thank you. And now,
and the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. We've got Parker. Reddish out there with Trae Young. Then it's Jones. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
So the Rockets win the tip. Now here's Westbrook. Against Miami, he was really on his game. That one's not going to go. Good D by Parker. Now here's Reddish. He's covered closely, and it's in there. So here's Westbrook. Pass to House. From 12 feet out. Rebound by Parker. And here's Atlanta. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team. Harden with it. He had 34 points in the win against Miami. For 3, Westbrook. Capella kicks it to Tucker. And Parker with the block.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Now, here's Reddish. He's covered by Westbrook, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Here's Reddish. Just 5 on the clock.
Gotta admire the speed of Harden. I mean, he looks locked in on defense, especially with how he contests these shots.
And Jones sends it back. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And that sends Clint Capella to the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
One shot.
That's good from Capella. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. Here's House. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
Here's Hunter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Parker. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden inside the 3-point line. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Here's Hunter. Parker outside. Shoots over Capella. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Hunter.
How do you stop that? Parker just keeping his concentration on the basket and looking off the defense.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Can't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he seizes it.
Here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. Takes a three. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Milwaukee.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, Greg, and maybe the crowd had an effect on them. I mean, who knows? I mean, they looked uncomfortable at the line.
Now Westbrook, after Jabari Parker missed from long range. And here is Capella. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. For the three, and again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
The Hawks trail by 5. Young passes to Jones. Back to Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. And the dunk by Capella.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Now, here is Young. 29 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Here is Harden, leading by 5. For 3, Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Westbrook's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Young outside. Knocked loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Westbrook. 11th in steals, 13th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. Stolen by Harden. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the jam by Harden.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here's Parker. 33 points last game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Alex Lenz checked in for Damian Jones. On defense, Houston, a 12-point game. Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit. Rockets on offense. They're on a 20-6 run. House kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Lob pass to Capella. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
The Hawks trail by 12. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Westbrook. Unloads from 13. And that's good for 2. Westbrook's got 8.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Young against Westbrook. Tipped away. Stolen by Harden. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Len with the block.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Hunter, the pass to Len. Over Westbrook. The Hawks again can't hit.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
They get it again. Back to Capella. Tries it again. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta calls timeout.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Houston making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for Danuel House. And it's Ben McLemore in for James Harden. Now here's Turner. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
5 on the clock. Len passes to Fernando.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
On the wing, Chandler. Lets it go. Again, the Rockets score.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 18. To the middle. Here's Len. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in. Both good from the line that time. Here's Rivers. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Chandler outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. The shot will not fall. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Now Turner. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the pass to Bembry. Passes it to Fernando.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Turner passes to Bembry. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now here's McLemore. Defense right on him. The shot, no good. The Hawks trail by 13. Now here's Hunter. Pass to Len. Bembry kicks to Turner. Hunter with it. Here's Len. Chandler with the defensive effort. Here's Cephalosha. Dish now to Chandler. Rivers passes to Chandler. Len with the block. And they're able to recover. Now here's McLemore. Turner covering. Shots good by McLemore.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's Fernando. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Rivers against Turner. Jacks up a three. But they recover it. Hunter kicks to Len. Turner looking around. Back to Len. Over Chandler. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. And here's McLemore. Pass to Cephalosha. At the elbow, Chandler. Now here's McLemore. D right on him. Rejected by Len. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Turner. Pass to Fernando. The shot's good.
No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Houston leading by 11. Now McLemore. Knocked away. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Turner has great awareness. He knows one of his guys is open. He gets the pass over to him quickly.
Houston's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Chandler outside. Houston needs to get a shot off. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Oh, yeah, they certainly found something along the perimeter. Just an onslaught of three-point bombs.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Evan Turner is out there with Bembry. Then there's Hunter. Then there's Len. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think that today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Schrempf. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Now here's McLemore. He dishes it to Chandler. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 9. There's the pass to Len. Turner against Rivers. Passes to Bembry, takes the 3, and Chandler sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Hawks. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Smooth handles from Rivers right there. Sometimes he's capable of surprising you with some of his moves.
The Hawks trail by 9. Bembry the pass to Len. Outside Turner. To the paint. And Len gets it to go on the assist by Hunter. Len's got 6.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. James Harden, he's checked in for McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Now, here's Reddish. Harden missing his last shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Rockets leading by 6. Over to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Capella. And Jones sends it back. Reddish kicks to Parker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Jabari Parker last season, outlasting a full year with the Bulls, traded to the Wizards at the deadline.
Yeah, and another change in scenery for Parker, who just can't find the right fit. I mean, you can see the flashes of talent from him, and hopefully he finds a team that is a good match for him long term.
Free throw no good for Parker. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on, it's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A.
I mean, really, Capella is a handful for the defense. I mean, at times, you got to foul him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
There weren't any Swiss players in the NBA until just a few years ago, but now Capella is one of several guys from Switzerland making an impact in this league.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what...
Wow, hammering it in!
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Young.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Westbrook. That shot, no good. Good D by Jones. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. On its way from Young for 2, and that one hits back iron. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Young kicks to Jones. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's tipped. Sefolosha dishes to Harden. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Harden's got 11.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside, Jones. Back to Young. Jones kicks to Parker. Out to the wing. Fires the 3. A shot by Reddish, no good. Rockets leading by 8 from downtown, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game, first in the quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Parker inside, covered by Sefolosha. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Parker.
The D can't give Parker these type of shots. I mean, they're asking for trouble.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
It's blocked.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Free throw good from Harden. Looking at teams with new coaches, Chris, how long do you think it usually takes a new system to get the kinks out and work properly?
Yeah, hopefully you have veteran players because they can adapt the system a little bit quicker. Younger players, they might not, know the lingo. They might not know necessarily where to be. So you have to practice. And with practice time not being as a premium like it used to be, it's a little tougher. So it takes a while. You want to make sure you kind of look at the season, 82 games. You look at it in 4 20-game stretches, and you hope by that second 20-game stretch, you're into finding your rhythm as a team, and the team's starting to hone in on those little details.
Good perspective. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Rockets have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Free throw good, James Harden.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double, that was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
There's Bembry. He has 5. Got a piece of it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's House. Not going to go that time. Good defensive work there by Young. And it's Capella missing.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Got to get the whole team pumped up.
Here's Bembry. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
To the inside, Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year 1 leave plenty of room for growth.
The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young drew eyes. But it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
Here's Bembry. He's got 7. Parker drives in. Parker double-teamed. Here's Jones, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
Atlanta making a switch here. Turner's checked in. That one misses for Jones.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Westbrook. Launches a three. Atlanta with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
And the former #2 overall pick, Evan Turner out of Ohio State. A great passer, a great rebounder, and defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he can give you a triple-double with his versatility. He's a unique player. He's a glue guy, a good point forward off the bench.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And he makes the first.
Oh, Turner, he's so valuable to this team. He's a guy who can play multiple positions. He can score, rebound, he can pass as well.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And a change for the Hawks. Alex Len's checked in for Jones. And he can't hit the second.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Harden up top, covered by Parker. Harden the pass to Westbrook. Shoots the three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
It's tipped. Here's Young. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Harden outside. And it's blocked. Outside Turner. 1:56 left in the first half of the game. Misses in close. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points. And finished off by McLemore.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Young taking his time here. He kicks to Reddish. Just 5 to shoot. Over Harden. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And he gets the bucket. Harden's got 13 points in just this quarter.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Down low, here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside Westbrook. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And one area where they've improved here in the second quarter is getting the ball in the paint. That inside scoring has gotten much stronger.
The Rockets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for James Harden. Free throw no good for Westbrook.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
The Hawks have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. And free throw good from Reddish. He's perfect from the line this time. Westbrook with it. He's got 24. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Turner is a solid defender. Does his best to stay with this man and make life difficult for him.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Houston on top. They lead by 18. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what's your take?
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. For three, Westbrook hits it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 27 points.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
And Capella sends it back. Launches it. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. And that's now 30 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
To him, Greg, the basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
Hunter dishes to Parker. Kicks it to Young. Shot clock at 6. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact, he powers through it.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Young against Westbrook. Here's Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. That's 7 points for Cam Reddish.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
And Tucker has it in the corner. And another three for Houston.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Young passes to Hunter. Knocks it loose. Harden with it. Jones covering. It's Harden with the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 25 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Young. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's, and here's Houston. They're on a 14-2 run here. House kicks to Harden. For 3, Westbrook sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Parker outside. Here's Jones. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The feed to Westbrook. Capella, the pass to Tucker. Out left to the wing. Lock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Off target from outside.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
Parker with the steal. Young dishes to Hunter. To the wing on the left. And here's Reddish. He has 7. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
That free throw good from Reddish. And the Hawks making a change here. Bembry's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 20-4 run. And here's Harden for three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now Hunter. Young outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here is House. Outside Westbrook. And the basket is good. Westbrook's got 11 points in the quarter.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Now, here's Hunter. Poked away. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bembry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Warriors, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Bembry's gone 4 of 8 from the floor, 50% on the night. Capella finds Tucker. Here is House. He has 5. The 3 from Harden. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
5, 3.
Oh, he's mastered the art of drawing fouls. Harden's led the league in free throws time and time again.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And he hits the first of 3. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, 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 get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Web, excellent. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Parker outside, shoots. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Parker's got 8.
The former #2 pick in the 2014 NBA draft, Jabari Parker, is out there to score just like this.
Westbrook, no good. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Good.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Poked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Sefolosha.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Young. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. He's getting around 28 points per, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet moves.
Rivers with it. Harden outside. But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Rejected by Len. Here we go, one-on-one. And the rejection by Harden. Pass to Sefolosha. Dishes to Capella. He feeds it to Harden. And there's the pass to Sefolosha. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Hunter, no one around him, drains the three-pointer. Hunter's got 6 points.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Here's Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And now a look at James Harden. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. First in scoring, 7th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Free throw drops for Harden. And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Hawks. And both free throws good for James Harden. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Passes it to Fernando. Back to Young. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Rivers against Young. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Hawks. Throws it up high. And Sefolosha with the jam.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man. Well, I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation in Houston. Now, that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, it reinvigorated his game, and he had one of the best seasons to date.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And Harden with the stuff.
Good luck in stopping Harden tonight. Another classic performance from the ultimate scoring machine.
Rivers against Young. Pass to Turner. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Turner, guarded by McLemore. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul.
Turner doesn't back down. He goes right at the defense, forces the issue, and gets to the line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And both free throws good for Evan Turner. The Rockets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. They get a hand on it. Here's Chandler. Sweet little floater.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Young against Rivers. Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Young's got 22.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Teardrop shot, and Harden. And the nice bucket inside. Harden's got 17 now, just in the second half. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Fernando. The dish to Young. The Rockets pull it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the jam by Harden.
That is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance.
And then to dunk it with authority. Wow. Here's Fernando. He's guarded by Chandler. Fernando can't get it to go. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. The 3 from Harden. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 42 in the game.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
He gets that one. And now 24 points for Trae Young.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Rivers. Feeds it to Chandler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Alex Len picks one up.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That one is off. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Damian Jones is checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And the 3 ball is good. Turner's got 8 points.
But Turner really needs to keep hitting these outside shots. When he does, it stretches out the floor for his teammates.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Turner leading the charge. It's Young on the wing. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by McLemore. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I just love the hustle from McLemore, a real pest on defense who knows how to swipe the ball away from the opposition.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Young from the arc. Missed. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Rockets on top, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And for Houston, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Chandler Parsons out there with Carter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Allen Crabbe. And it's Wallace in at the point. Here's Clemens. He kicks it to Rivers. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Atlanta with the ball. The pass to Wallace. Back to Carter. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Wallace, the pass to Jones. Parsons against Chandler. Parsons' shot is off. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Rivers, and Jones sends it back. Now here's Crabbe. Tight defense on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at 6'10", Parsons is a handful inside. He's great at using his size to draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
And Atlanta has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Crabbe is a polished scorer. I mean, he's skilled at converting close to the basket. You can't give him this kind of position.
Frazier outside. Back to Rivers. Pass to Clemens. He dishes it to Clark. 5 to shoot. Great open look there.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Wallace, the pass to Carter. Inside, Crabbe. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Crabbe's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Down low. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Carter outside. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working with integrity.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Nice D from Frazier. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Knocks it loose. Here's Clark. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. And then Carter with the dunk.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Pass to Rivers. There's the 3. Clemens. Wallace covering. Floats one, and the layup is up and in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about fear.
Pass to Jones. And here's Parsons. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
And it's Houston on the break. Jones against Frazier. Now the pass to Clemens. Back to Frazier. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. And Jones sends it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Atlanta making a switch here. Here's Clemens. No good there. Nice defense from Wallace. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Atlanta.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Shot.
Free throw good, Wallace. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the middle, here's Cephalosha. It's good. Now Wallace. Carter at the elbow. Passes it to Fernando. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Carter. Back to Wallace. Shot clock at 5. The tray. It's hauled in by Frazier.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Hartenstein. And he converts the layup. Hartenstein's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Poked loose and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And for Houston, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to Parsons. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was,
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
And so it's Houston with it. Hartenstein passes to Frazier. 5 on the clock. A floater, and it's good on the way in. Frazier's got 6 in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Parsons, and it's good for 2.
You got to marvel at how Parsons keeps his balance, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Frazier. Plays it up and banks it in. 1:46 left to play here in the 4th. Wallace outside. Passes it to Fernando. Top of the key. That one a little long.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
It's good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
There's 42 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Parsons. Carter outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Fernando. From deep. It's tipped. Clemens. Wallace covering. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Allman, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.